Hey, Larry, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Right now,
I'm enjoying the
fantastic. Well, thanks for coming by. I know it was a little snowy coming in.
You know, I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't have no horror stories on my part. A little bit of delays, but if you don't expect that these days when you're flying, you're not
Yeah, I was at Atlanta for a few days. I got the total tour of the airport, all terminals. I heard they fly about 1,000 planes out of there a day. They just couldn't get mine off.
Maybe it's a personal problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was supposedly the most efficient airport.
Steve, raise your hand.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So
I think efficiency is a real term.
How would be your problem? Not a big
yeah, they had a few challenges. I mean, they had the QR code, but helped people see the challenge. But I guess my question is, I mean, obviously, India has been in Orleans for a while. What's your expectation of New Orleans?
Actually,
I
was here 3 years ago, and it's funny, I was at the NADA in New Orleans. You're great. You're right there. It's the Super Bowl.
this is Calvin.
Wow,
And as usual, there's some people that I couldn't wait to meet. Some new faces, a couple of deals. They say everything else.
They walk
What you make. You come in with a bad attitude, you're looking disappointed, you probably won't be every time.
So if they look at this technology, anything that's going on, is that
Daddy, I think you kind of have.
Remember me and you? Actually, I met you with Dan.
No worries.
I met
So,
you. We were talking about
obviously there's a bunch of fixed op stuff. I see.
Oh, what?
Classic cars
A-flop.
over there.
They're Where are you in
But
Orlando?
what do you think the percentage of
No, I
technology?
thought you were with her in Orlando.
No.
Okay.
No.
I think
But I'll talk about
everybody's,
it. We'll be back.
everybody's pushing around. The technical stuff. It's here. It's not coming. It's here. And I particularly am enamored with anybody that can tie it in with humanity, where you're usually leveraging the technology. Human beings are leveraging it rather than looking to replace it or making it fail safe. I think that's trouble down that road. So,
Right. So I know we talked a lot about people on the show. We also talked a lot about retention, at least lately, and also retraining. And obviously, there's some fear around the technology side. We did an interview earlier on with Locklane, where we were talking a little bit about dealers being overwhelmed with the power of technology. Maybe not shooting the hip as much and have some data. But what's your feeling on sort of how the industry's been changing over the last, say, 10 years? Like, what's your feeling on that?
I think, well, obviously, we've been on a roller coaster. COVID presented the most unique selling situation ever. You had zero interest rates almost on floor plans. There was no expense. There were no cars. Every car was sold at a high price.
Right.
Obviously, because supply and demand is always the key to retail. Supply and demand is so out of whack.
Right.
The problem is people that maybe already had some bad habits develop worse habits. And maybe now that you can't just point at a car and say there's 5 other people that want to buy it, you have a more unique chance. You have to learn how to build rapport. You learn how to listen, how to smile, how to prospect, how to do the things that salespeople do rather than communicators.
Yeah, we was talking here at Velo. They have a product called Text to Drive. Pretty interesting product to sort of follow that customer from the initial sale to the service department to even trade-in. And obviously, they have some recon products. Rapid Recon, former sponsor of the show, but also Velocity. But when you look into these different technologies, be it in the service drive, be it with the recon process, anywhere you can retain that customer. We're talking about obviously on the show earlier this month. That's a great thing, but also if you can sort of make it easier for those salespeople or service staff to basically do their job a little bit, maybe more like a sidecar.
The key you said was easy. People may not love Amazon, but they love using Amazon because they hit a button and the next day there's a package. Staples, when you think of Staples, they're big advertising because they're big, easy button.
Yeah.
That's what everybody needs to be today because nobody has any patience. Think how frustrated people get when it takes 5 extra seconds for the computer to boot up.
Right.
So I think making it easier, making it functional so it's more, it's easier for the customer. And obviously, the more technology that can be worked off the phone, where data can be correlated, where you're not just waiting, I just think not only will make it more profit-driven and just make it easier and better for everybody.
Right. And on a different note, I mean, obviously you're a musician. Obviously New Orleans got, Louis Armstrong, a few other luminaries. What's your expectation for the music this weekend in New Orleans?
It's going to be great. I haven't had the chance yet because I just got in last night to try to get the preservation home.
Yeah.
But if you're American, if you appreciate any kind of music, particularly jazz, you got to go. These guys show up. We're not talking about stage costumes and fancy lighting. They incredibly well from their heart.
Right, right. And what's your opinion how the world is today versus it was 15, 20 years ago? I mean, what's your opinion so far since you've been back?
Well, the great part about New Orleans, when you're talking about AI and people and humanity, while there's much more, there's bigger buildings than when I was here a long time ago. There's a little bit more of a build-up and structure, or infrastructure. So you still can go into a million clubs and do great music, like jazz, the blues. So the good news is that, listen, I was on Bourbon Street yesterday, and I'm looking across, and there's a voodoo shop. I don't think people see that in most major cities. So
Right.
love the culture.
Yeah, and obviously, I hear you're a fan of really spicy, interesting food, so maybe that's a good destination for you.
But do you perhaps have the wrong guest?
So, yeah, if you're not familiar with New Orleans, obviously, we got a lot of good food, but there's nothing wrong with simple, right? Lauren? Keep it simple.
Please.
Yeah. So when you're looking at technology, you're looking at staffing, you're looking at the younger generations. I know there's been a lot of discussion about TikTok recently, and use of video. What do you think the biggest challenge and importance going to be all this integration technology, training, staffing?
I'm going to go backward to go forward. More than ever, this is going to sound a little skewed with what we're talking about, but I don't think it is. We need people with good attitudes.
Right.
If you can find somebody that's open to technology, that's open to shaking people's hands, even if it's a germaphobe world, that's what we're missing, because we've become very bad at communicating. I think we've all seen it. You go out to a restaurant, there's 4 people at dinner together, and they're all on their phones.
Right.
They even bother going out together. Should all do that.
So obviously, it is a great place to connect with old friends, new dealers, and new vendors. What's your feeling on this show versus last year? I think it was in Vegas last year, right?
The only negative has nothing to do with New Orleans. It has to do with the freak nature of the snow.
Freak nature of the snow.
There's some people here that would love to be here. They couldn't make it. They were very pleased to be here. And after the second cancellation or the third delay, just gave up the ghost. So other than maybe scarcity of some people that I would have liked to have seen and learned from and shaken hands with, listen, there's the people that want to be here are here. The people that want to learn, the people that want to do some networking are going to do it. I don't think anybody's going to let them stop us. Again, we're back to what is your attitude? Right? I know people that have everything in their favor and they complain all day. I'll never forget once I came out of my office and the janitor was moonwalking backwards and whistling. I look like the most stressed guy on earth, and I think I was making a tiny bit for the janitor. It's all your perspective. It's all realizing there's people out there that have it worse than you. And just enjoying yourself. Hey, listen, the guy that's interviewing me, I was stuck in Atlanta. It was like they were remaking the Tom Hanks show. The guy was stuck in the airport permanently. He's still smiling. He hit the ground running when he got here. And that's what we should all try to do. Our time on earth is limited. Turn the damn volume.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I checked in the hotel here in New Orleans, and it looked like the guy had a rough week. And it was kind of interesting because I talked to him a little bit what I do, and I think I changed his day a little bit for the positive, just because he's dealing with all kinds of problems. We probably knew what's for him. And it was funny, as I was leaving, I saw the gentleman who does all the maintenance. And I said, so they didn't tell you about all these issues when you got the job, right? It was their on-the-job experience. And to your point, I mean, being in the car business for as long as I've been, I mean, it's really about rolling with whatever happens. And I think that's something that needs in your life.
I hate to interrupt my good and great friend.
Yeah.
It's not the car business. It's in life.
Oh, in life. Okay.
I don't care who you are, between life and death, you're going to have some people die when you get sick, disappointed, job changes, careers, interruptions, COVID.
Yeah.
So I think as long as we understand that it's never going to be perfect, the good or bad things don't last forever. The bad things will pass, but with your patience and the good things, enjoy them while they're here, because they won't be here forever.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, we did have the opportunity a couple of years ago to interview the former CEO of Rapid Group and also Zero Velocity, this guy Block 5 with him. But from a point of view of, change in the industry, we're seeing a lot of consolidation with new software companies coming out, consolidation with companies buying out software to improve it and create a better experience. What's your opinion of, as you look at, we're talking a little bit about Amazon, we're talking a little bit about Amazon Sync, We talked a little bit about OEMs and different things going on with, Nissan and Honda, and talking with Subaru and BYD. I mean, what's your feeling on how many?
I harken back to that great used car manager Charles Darwin. It's survival of the fittest. Those that can best adapt will survive and thrive, and those that don't will become extinct. I don't think it's any more complicated for me.
Yeah. So what's you're going to be here for a couple of days. What's your goal for the show? What do you think is going to be impactful during the show, and what do you think? What are you excited to see?
Well, I was excited to see you, so we could do this interview.
Absolutely.
Around with you.
Yeah.
I've got my own lethal sales podcast,
Yeah.
the March World News. I've got a couple of deals that sort me out that I can't wait to meet.
Right.
And I'm just going to try to show up, have fun, make some sense to the program, make some money, and then start fresh again next week.
Well, thanks very much for taking the time, Larry. Have a great show.
Thanks, sir.
Make sure you enjoy some food and music, even if the food is a little less spicy on what you have.
And I'll tell Charles Darwin when you ask for it.